I think it is really important that if you have a dream that you continue to follow it and don't let anyone deter you from going down the path that you know you were born to do. It's a big world and there are millions of options for your dream to come true, and never forget that.
Could be a star.
Ladies and gentlemen, James Thunder Early! Oh, yeah!
So the character that you are playing right now in West End, Dream Girls, it's like a dream come true for many actors, especially in the UK.
Yeah.
And when you won the casting, how did you feel?
It was a good feeling because everyone knows like there's Broadway, but then like what's the alternative to being in New York City? Well, being in the West End is like the alternative to having such a community of big, beautiful plays and musicals. And so to be able to come here and do that same thing, it's an honor.
What is the biggest dream right now for you?
Continuing to grow in the Broadway community all over the world. I think that is a dream.
So do you visualize your dreams?
Yeah, I do. It's on my wall. I can see it every day when I wake up in the morning.
That's something that drives you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Never forget. You can't forget. Because if it's in the back of the closet or in a book, like you don't have to see that every day, but it holds you accountable for your dreams. Like being able to see them in front of you every day, it holds you accountable. It's like, well, this is why I'm waking up. This is my purpose.
What was like the biggest challenge as well?
The biggest challenge I would say is listening to other people's opinions of where you are or how you are as a performer. You know, it can be really hard when you get reviews that aren't the most positive. But I think that the hardest challenge is tuning everybody out and just staying focused on where you're going, because it can be you can easily just hear somebody say one little thing and it can make you think that you're not where you're supposed to be. And I try so hard to not let that invade, you know, who I am as a performer. But it's just about being able to block out the things that don't really matter. What really matters is that I love it because it's my passion, and whether you like it or not, I'm still gonna do it. We're always fighting for some sort of equality between races and gender, and I just think that it's really important that in certain fields, I think it's really necessary to realize that there shouldn't be a line drawn just because I'm a woman, or even for some males for certain things.
The MeToo movement has had a seismic effect on all of the arts form, and theater is no exception, right?
Yeah, we all have had to deal with like the Me Too movement. There are certain things that I have felt like an outcast because I'm a woman. I think that it is really important that you shouldn't have to do certain things to get to certain places in this business. I'm glad people are finally speaking up. I just hope that we can grow the strength to not wait years to speak up, and in those moments be able to speak up. But a lot of times circumstances don't permit that, because, you know, if you speak up then jobs are lost and moments are lost, and, you know, it can be very hurtful, and sometimes people have to take years to get over certain things to be able to actually speak up about it. But I'm glad that it's becoming a movement and that people are becoming more vocal with the things that they've had to deal with, you know, sexual discrimination in the workplace and things like that. I think that it's a very good thing to like finally be able to stand up and be like, me too, and this is what I went through.
Are you happy in your life?
I am. I'm very happy. I have a dog, and I have someone that I have a significant other that is out here with me and on this adventure with me, and my family. I am very proud of them and all that they're doing and their love and support for me. But I am very happy. It's a simple thing to ask someone if they're happy, but it's important.
Yeah.
You know?
There are many people who are depressed right now, especially in London, because it's like,
Really?
yeah, very like kind of lonely city.
That's interesting, because there's always people surrounding me every single day.
Yeah.
So it's sad to know that people are lonely. But, you know, I think that mental health is just an issue in a lot of places all over the world. And I think that that's something that we all also need to be able to vocalize and say outright that, you know, that we're not all the way there mentally and we just need a little help. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm sad that people are sad, and I have struggled with mental health in the past, so I can totally relate. But I am very happy right now because I took the time to focus on that and work on that and push past that.
So it's like okay not to be okay, right?
It's okay not to be okay. We're taught in this society to like look a certain way, be a certain way, feel a certain way. It's just not, and I think that has made it worse for people who don't feel that great. And you just feel like you have to live up to an expectation and you just don't. But you're okay just the way you are, even if it's not a great day. It's okay. We're human.
How did you deal with mental breakdown?
Well, I'm really good at when a problem just becomes out of hand. I'm just really good at telling myself that it's time for me to get some help on this. And because I travel a lot and because I do so many things, I'm a very independent woman. So sometimes it's very hard to like admit that. But I think that it's just important to speak to someone. I think that a lot of times we're lonely and we're dealing with mental health because there's no one there that we can really speak to about it. And there's no one there that we feel comfortable letting in like that. I think that we're also taught, like, don't be yourself, be this, look like this, be shaped like this, do your hair like this, and all that stuff.
You are successful, you are strong, and you are independent woman. Is it sometimes get you, I don't know, lonely, or you feel like you don't belong to the society?
It is very lonely at the top. And I'm not saying that I'm like at the top of my career because I see so many wonderful things happening in my future. But I have noticed over the years that relationships can be very seasonal and that people who I found that were very close to me that I hardly speak to, but I'm never in one place for very long. So part of it is just the nature of what I do. I travel a lot, so I can't always see my friends. I miss events from families, so I'm not always there for major things. But like I said, this is a passion. No one's forcing me to do what I do. I do it because I absolutely love doing it. And so there are some sacrifices to that. When you have a passion, you have to sacrifice so many things. So it's just about managing your life and just knowing this is what I want, this is what I can get. Nobody's telling me no, and I'm gonna stand up for all these things that I love and all my dreams, they're gonna come true, period.
Yeah, they will definitely. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for
it was a
having
pleasure
me.
to talk with
Thank
you.
you.
You are amazing. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.